Well, there's another one out there, Hera. There's another one. I don't give just one of you a bone without giving you both one. Go find your bone. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Go find your bone, Hera. There's another. No, I don't want you. Here, right here on my face. No. Just go get your bone. Go get your bone. It's out there. Be free. Hi. How's everyone doing today? So good to see everyone on this Wednesday. Hi, baby love. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Lizzie Murtha. Thank you for everyone who is sharing my live. I appreciate you. Hi, Mississippi. Hey, did y'all see the apocalypse is happening? The South is getting snow. I'm so sorry you're still homesick. What's going on, Deba? What do you have? No one likes to be sick. Man, there's some creeping crud going on. What you got? Have you found out? Hi, Jen. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sarah. Thank you, everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. You went homesick today, too, Sarah? Good grief. What's going on, people? Hi, Sandy. So good to see y'all. Thank you for liking and sharing my live. I appreciate you. Let me get some cards out. Hi, Starfish Jen. Oh, wrong drawer. It's like, let me get my cards out. I was looking in the wrong drawer. Oh, Brittany says this house is on day 5 of being sick. I'm so sorry. That happened to my daughter. They had first COVID went through their house, and then influenza A went through their house. It was just crazy. Thank you, everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let's see. Okay, this is for Miss Karen Sue. Thank you for the gifts, Karen. I so appreciate you. I appreciate the gifts. I like it. I appreciate everyone liking and sharing my live. It really helps me in the algorithms. I so appreciate it. I don't charge for readings on my lives, so I do appreciate when y'all help me out and like it and share it and give me gifts. I was like trying to shuffle and I could hardly move the card. So it's clear time, Miss Karen, that I needed to stop. Okay. Let's see what we have, Miss Karen Sue. Okay, so the first card I have for you, Karen, is the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. It's about your physical walk on this planet or work. So the Queen of Pentacles is really about your nurturing, about you, not just, and so you read it, you feel into them intuitively. So yes, the card is about nurturing, but about nurturing what? I feel like this card is really about nurturing yourself. You have always given to other people. You have always nurtured those around you. And I feel that you're just now getting to the point in your life where you're really starting to turn that wheel, turn the tide, and start nurturing yourself. It makes sense because the next card I have is the Wheel of Fortune, which is really about life cycles and about turning points and change. And it's usually positive change. When you see the Wheel of Fortune, it is usually about positive change. So this Queen of Pentacles, I was feeling was nurturing, but not nurturing others. You've always done a really good job of nurturing others, Miss Karen. This is about nurturing yourself, and you're really starting to try to turn that energy, and you're starting to find a really good balance between the attention and nurturance you give to others and what you give to yourself. Now, on this journey, you are going to you're going to start hitting some fast-moving, rapid change energy coming up. 8 of Wands. Wands is associated with fire. So the wands are associated with fire, which is fast-moving energy. And the 8 is really about, it's a positive card. It's about, when it comes to 8 of Wands, about change, movement, and manifesting. So whenever you see this 8, something's about to change. You're being told something's about to change. Sometimes energy can be changed and sometimes it can't. I'm really feeling like, Karen, you can take this energy and move it to a higher octave. So as you're feeling this change coming your way, look at the synchronicities and know that if you take the higher road, you will be manifesting it to the positive octave. It makes sense. The next card, again, is another Wands card. Wands, remember, fire, fast-moving energy. And it's the 9. The 9 of Wands is about being persistent, having courage, and taking information that you have learned the hard way and carrying it with you. You see, he's moving away from all these wands, but he's taking some of it with him. So there's a cycle in your life. So now I put the cards down, I'm hitting this intuitively. There has been a cycle in your life, a pattern that keeps repeating itself over and over. And that can be a lot of us, because if we don't learn a lesson, if we don't take energy and move it to the higher octave, we get to try again. But I feel like you're prepared this time, Miss Karen. There is some energy coming your way. It's fast moving. You can almost feel it in the air. You are prepared, and you have the opportunity to take this energy that's coming your way and move it to a higher octave. You have this. You have all the tools you need. I'm just seeing you standing your ground. You're going to tap into that queen energy that you have, that Queen of Pentacles energy you have that is all about nurturing and providing stability for yourself. And you're going to stand your ground. You got this, Miss Karen. All right, thank you, Miss Karen, for the gifts and for liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you today. If y'all haven't done so, please click that follow button. Thank you. Click that follow button. I appreciate you today. All right, let's see. All right. Who is? Oh, Miss Brittany. I'm so sorry. I know I said that already, but I am sorry because I think Miss Brittany has little ones. She said they're on the 5th day of sickness in their house, and it's so hard when you're a mom. You're not feeling well, and the kids are sick, and you don't even... I can remember one time so specifically, I was feeling so terrible, and it was early in the morning. I honestly can't remember if I'd fed the kids breakfast yet or not, and one of my kids comes out to the living room, because I remember it was one of the morning shows that was on, and they had a bag of potato chips. I didn't care. I did not even care. And so that's what it's like when you're that mom and everyone's depending on you and you're like, oh my goodness, I just can't even. And you're like, do you have some kind of something to put in your stomach? Okay, great, thanks. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. The next one, this is for Jules. Jules, thank you for sharing my live so much. I so appreciate it. Thank you for sharing my live. So I just say Jules' names until the card said stop, and it was hard to shuffle. So that's their way of saying stop. I just looked at the clock. I was like, oh my goodness, it says 3:36. I usually go live on the hour, like at 2 or 3. It's like, how have I been live for 36 minutes? I haven't. Today I went live at 3:30. My moderator, it's his fault. He was at work or something. I don't know. I don't know why he thinks he needs to go to work to provide a living. Okay, just teasing. All right, so back up, Hera, back. Okay, so this is for Jules. The card, first, it's a sword. It's the 2 of Swords. Sword is about air, which is kind of like intuitive, free-flowing. 2 is about duality. But you have to think about it. If you're trying to reach duality, it means there's a decision to be made. Right? So you're weighing your options. This 2 of Swords is about duality. What are my options here? Which way am I going to go? Sit with your intuition with this decision that's coming up. So whenever I'm being called, whenever I mentor people or I'm walking them through hard decisions in their life, I always talk about what is the energy behind it. It's not necessarily about what the decision is. What is the energy behind that decision? You want to make sure it's always a higher octave vibration to bring it to fruition in the way you want it to. Let's just say you are, I'm just making this up, you need to really reprimand an employee. Is it because their work is truly not great? Or is it because you're harboring a resentment from 3 months ago? It's about the energy behind the decision. So this, you see, and also you can see that she's wearing a, what do I call it? I lost the word. She's blindfolded. There you go. So she's not seeing the situation for what it is. That's when you want to take a step back, sit within yourself, and really look at all the information coming your way. This decision, if you make it to the higher octave, is going to bring you so much peace and joy. The next, because Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups is about abundance. It's about abundant love and relationships, divine love and harmony. So make sure you're sitting with all the information coming your way. You're going to be, if you make it to the higher octave, you're going to be truly blessed in that situation. Ten of Cups. And it's also going to call you to start a new path. Page of Cups. It's about really sitting with your intuitive messages and starting a new path. You're going to have to pass judgment on which way you're going to go. This reading, Jules, has been all about you making decisions and the energy in which you're being called to make the decisions in. So make sure you're sitting within yourself and you're only listening to Jules. Yes, you can get other people's opinions, but what you do is when other people are talking to you, how does it hit you? Does it resonate? That means, does it hit you in a, does it feel good? Does it sit good in your body? That's how you know if a decision is right. You want to feel what other people are saying. All right, thank you, Miss Jules. Thank you for letting me read you. I appreciate you. All right, let's
Chelsea,
see.
Question, you see it?
Who does?
Chelsea.
What is it?
Do spirits harbor negative feelings on the other side? The husband had a question I've heard that three.
Okay, so Chelsea wants to know if spirits harbor negative emotions on the other side. No, they do not. Absolutely, they don't. If a medium ever tells you that, they are projecting onto you. Never. I mean, I have had people step up who were taken off of this planet by other people that had horrible things happen to them. And they truly understand.
Please try again later. 200.
Did y'all hear that? That was my Alexa, just all of a sudden. No one's talking to her. No one's out there. She always, she just all of a sudden started yelling. So, now, it always means something. When stuff like that happens, it always means something. So let me tell you what this means. Yes, absolutely. That's Odin for you. So Chelsea, there is a dad energy and spirit, and that's how he gets to your husband, it feels like. So your husband, it feels like your husband either has a dad or a grandfather in spirit, and they get to him through whatever he listens to music on. If y'all have an Alexa that goes off randomly, that's going to be him. If your husband is listening to music and it's jumping songs, that's going to be them. I want y'all to start paying attention. So I'm going to give y'all an example of how this works in real life. So I mentor people, like my mentorship program, I have a lot of people in it. Not people that necessarily want to be psychic mediums, though I do have some of those. But some of these are just corporate women who want to navigate life in a more intuitive manner. So just this morning, yesterday morning, I was with someone, and I just had them over the last week or so jot down times where they felt like they were getting messaged from spirit or something hit their solar plexus in an odd way. And so every single thing this person said was, I know this doesn't mean anything. And she would tell me, absolutely it meant something. And we were able to break it down. Those are what we call synchronicities. Whenever, randomly, your Alexa goes off. Randomly, you see a bird outside your house that's staring intently at you. Those are synchronicities. If you hear something from a couple of different people a couple of times, those are synchronicities. That's how your spirits get to you. Okay. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I very much appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Oh, it popped up. I had just caught someone's name and it popped away. It was like Talk About It or something. Did you see that name?
You're talking to me.
Yeah, it was like a Talk About It or something, or...
I've seen her a few times.
Yeah, she was sharing it. Oh, here we go. Talk About. That's what it is. Talk About. All right. Thank you, Talk About. Thank you, Talk About for sharing my live. I so appreciate you for sharing and liking my live. Right there, it said to stop. All right, Miss Talk About.
Talk about it.
Talk About it. It
Yeah.
says it.
She just said yes.
Okay, very good. Wow. All right. Okay. You got a lot going on, honey. So the tarot is broken down into two components. You have the minor arcana and the major arcana. Every single reading I've done so far today has been all minor arcana. Sometimes you will get a couple of major arcana cards mixed in a reading. Talk About It. Every single one of your cards is a major arcana card. It's not good or bad. I don't want anyone to get worried. It is just a lot of energy. So this is stuff that is boom, 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 hitting you. But they're positive. The first card is the Judgment card. It's not about someone judging you. The Judgment card is more about an inner calling. You're judging your walk on this planet. It's you judging, but you're not judging other people. You're judging where you're headed and what you're going to do. The next card is the Empress card. So as you're judging what you're going to do, you want to make sure that you are taking account and sitting in gratitude. I was just talking to someone right before I got on this live, and we were talking about all of us have negative emotions, right? And I was telling her about something that I did 31 years ago, and I still have mom guilt over. And we were talking about, that guilt emotion is the worst, right? And then she said, jealousy is bad also. It is, but I don't really experience a lot of jealousy. Do I ever look at someone and think, oh man, why didn't that happen to me? Every once in a while. But then I sit back on, I have so much abundance. I know some of you are like, are you kidding me? You have like stage 4 cancer and huge health issues, and you're right. But I also have so much to be thankful for. I have a very supportive husband. I have children that I'm very close to. I have beautiful friends. I have so much abundance. So as you are looking at your life, you can always look at the negative, but you want to, as you're judging which path you're going to take, talk about it. You want to really look at abundance. You want to sit in that abundant energy, because as you're changing paths, you want to make sure that's what you are attracting. You want to sit with yourself, this hangman. You want to take time out and sit with yourself. As you are changing paths, as you're judging on which way you want to go and looking at the abundance in your life, you want to sit with yourself. You don't want to listen to other people. You don't want to really be taken off your path by other people talking to you. You want to sit with yourself. If you do that, you're really going to, the World card is really about completion and starting a new journey. You're going to complete a time in your life in positivity and start the next phase in positivity. We all have cycles where we are closing down a chapter and moving on to another chapter. As you close down a chapter, you want to make sure you're closing it in gratitude and positivity and starting the next one in gratitude and positivity, because that's the vibration you want to attract. It's called entrainment. All right. Thank you. Miss Talk About It. All right. Let's do, what are we going to do next? Should we do spirit-led or psychic? Moderator.
I said you were going to do spirit-led.
Oh, you said I was going to do spirit-led?
It
Apparently.
doesn't mean you need to. whatever you're feeling.
Okay, someone just asked me, are my in-laws going to move and release stress off their only child? Okay, so that's two components. That's two questions. Oh, I don't know what you ate, but good grief. Are they going to move? I don't feel them releasing stress off their only child. I don't necessarily feel them moving, but even if they do move, I don't feel them releasing the stress off their only child. Sorry, I don't feel that. Sorry.
You stink.
So, oh, very good. Y'all are already popping in. So Aunt B, you've been on my live before. Good for you. Aunt B is helping with these questions. I appreciate you. Feel free to pop in. I wasn't planning on going to psychic. I was going to do spirit led, but it looks like we're going to answer a couple of psychic questions because now they're popping in. If you want to help, please do put your comments in the chat. I will tell you my opinion and also other people's. How you want to answer psychic questions is how does it feel in your body? Okay? Or do you see it clairvoyantly? Do you get a yes and no? What are you getting? All right. Denise wants to know, is Chuck seeing someone else? Okay. So this is a fun one. I want to thank you for asking this, Denise. I know it's not fun for you, but it is. There's some funny energy here. So it's allowing, this is a great learning opportunity. So for everyone listening, is Chuck seeing someone else? Aunt B, very good. She asked romantically. I'm assuming it's romantically. Sarah has said yes. Chuck is seeing someone else. Sissy is saying yes. Ruth is saying yes. Everyone is saying yes. Okay, so now what? And this is no big deal. So as you're answering questions, I always talk to people about and show them how to follow the energy, right? So everyone was getting a yes. So they were slammed with yes. So there could be two reasons why you're just slammed with this yes. Is he seriously seeing someone? Like, are they serious? I'm feeling like Chuck is seeing several people. So when they hit Chuck and said, oh, is he seeing other people? It was like, well, heck yeah, he's seeing other people or someone else. He's seeing more than one other person. Okay. All right, so, someone put on here, and I get it. Someone said she already knows he is. Probably, but sometimes we want confirmation. Parker's mommy, she said, I feel yes casually. I think that's why, and someone says not officially, but maybe emotionally. So I think that's feeling of what y'all are getting, that there's not someone he's seeing that he's in love with and that he wants to spend the rest of their life with, but he's seeing a lot of people just casually. Okay. Let's scroll back up. Let's see. This is interesting. Do I want to do this one? This is more... Okay, so this is a great learning opportunity. I want to thank Charlene for putting this on here because this is a great learning opportunity. I can already see my moderator across the way raising his eyebrows like, really? Christy's going to get into this? Yes, Christy's going to get into this. This is something I normally bypass because you're getting into fine lines. Like, is this psychic or is this mediumship? It's more mediumship. But we're going to get into it. Okay. Charlene is asking, what secret didn't my sister share before she died? That's so broad. So what are y'all getting? Charlene wants to know what secret her sister didn't share before she passed. Now, honestly, this is something that how I would normally do this is I would have this person on my screen, and this is why I don't typically do them. And we would verify that I had the correct spirit, and then I would get the information from them. So this is going to be a little bit of, are you hitting this psychically? Or so the people that are answering this question, are y'all getting it psychically or are y'all getting it through mediumship? This question right here is very difficult to get psychically because psychic is when you're reading information in the here and now. This is information that someone took to the grave. I know, right, Kelly? It is hard. That's the reason I said this is a tough one. This is like, I teach intro to mediumship and advanced mediumship. This is a definitely, or advanced intro to psychic mediumship and then advanced psychic mediumship. This is definitely an advanced technique that we're working on right here. Something about the family. I agree, Aunt B. I agree. So now let's break this down. This is exactly how you start getting the information. We're going to follow the energy. Aunt B has headed us in the right direction. She said it's something about the family. So now Shirley's sister took something to the grave, and it is something about the family. Very good. Lola Zen said she was taken advantage of in a huge way. So now this is exactly what I was getting. Someone's paternity. Interesting. Okay, I love this. I'm going to thank Shirley. This is such a great learning opportunity. Thank you for asking this question. Okay, I'm going to put y'all out of your misery. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. So now this is a little bit of how you work. Okay, so now, yes, if someone's in front of me, I would verify I had the right spirit, and I would tell them information. Some of it they could confirm, and then I would fill in the blanks, right? There is someone in the family that has been talked about treating other family members inappropriately. And your sister was treated inappropriately, and she is verifying that the people that are alive that have said they were treated inappropriately is true. That's where Aunt B was talking about. It is a family member. Someone said she was taken advantage of in a big way. All that is true. All right, thank you, Shirlene, for answering that. It was a great learning opportunity. Ooh, this is fun. And we're getting in it today. Y'all bringing the drama and y'all bringing the family secrets. That is the tea. We talking the tea today. Okay, so Chelsea just asked, are y'all ready? Does my husband have more than one brother? Chelsea wants to know if her husband has more than one brother. What y'all getting? Does Chelsea's brother... Okay, so, yes, but he doesn't know one of them. Okay, Paige is saying no, yes, different mom. Aunt B is saying 2. Jen is saying yes. Yes. Okay, so most of people are saying yes. There's a couple of no's. I'm also getting yes. So he has more than one brother. I was just sitting with it and asking myself, okay, so I can see there are 2 brothers. Does he have 3? No. No, I'm just getting 2. Okay, LSU mom wants to know, will she get a permanent position next year? Will LSU mom get a permanent position, I'm assuming in 2026? Because she said next year. We're in 2025, even though we're at the beginning. Next year is 2026. Is LSU mom going to get a permanent position in 2026? Okay, let's see, not the one she wants. Okay, so Paige said, if you're open-minded, which makes me feel like she's kind of doing what Aunt B said, like not the one you want. Someone else said, keep an open mind, like you're going to have to take a position that you don't really want just to get a permanent position. Okay, is that what's going to happen? Everyone else is saying yeah, or some people are saying yes. I am getting that you're going to get a permanent position next year. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up. Stephanie, oh, this is a little bit, Stephanie Garcia. This is a little bit ambiguous because she wants to know, will I get a pay raise? So that's a little bit ambiguous because at some point, I can't imagine she's not going to get a pay raise, right? So I'm going to break it down and ask, is Stephanie going to get a pay raise in the next, let's say, 6 months? Okay, so is Stephanie going to get a pay raise in the next 6 months? What are y'all feeling? Okay, Ray said in 4 months. Danny said yes. Jinjin said it's going to be a little bit longer. Everyone else is saying yes. Sissy is saying not in 6 months. I feel like you are going to get a pay raise within the next 6 months. Good afternoon, Alyssa. A lot of people are saying 4. Some people are saying longer. I am feeling within the next 6 months, you're going to get a raise. Oh, Raina. Will ex-Joel get away with not paying child support? What are y'all feeling? Is Joel going to get away with not paying child support? Jinjin said no. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I was feeling the same thing. I was feeling that he's not going to get away with it. It's going to be a little while before it catches up to him, but I do feel like it's going to catch up to him. He is not going to get away with that. All right, let's roll into some spirit led. I want to make sure I have time for that. Okay. I have a female stepping up. I'm hearing the name Shirley around her. Shirley or Cheryl? I don't know. Shirley came pretty, but it could be Shirley, Cheryl. This lady has a mom energy to her. She is showing me that this lady was very casual, very easygoing. Nothing shocked her. You could tell her anything. And you could say, you know what, what were you saying here? Okay, so now what just happened here? Thank you, Aunt B. I see you sharing my life like crazy. She was trying to give me a word to say that I cannot say on here, and I was trying to think of a way around it. So don't think that spirits can take over your life because I allow spirits to do that. But she was so adamant about making sure I knew this that she wasn't letting me think of another word for it. There was violence connected with her. There's violence around her.
So you have
Shay Shay is saying yes. I haven't said much about her.
I know, but you have somebody that says she has somebody, Cheryl, who was involved in some violence.
Oh, so Shay Shay
I don't
said.
want to give you too much.
Okay, so Shay Shay said that she was involved in some
I don't know
violence.
who the Shay. I'm looking.
Okay, Shay Shay. I'm about to ask you to go live. Oh, here it is, my aunt. Oh, it's a cold case.
There you go. That's the one.
We're getting into it today.
Oh, it was Shay.
Hi, Shay Shay. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are y'all?
Good. Where do you live?
I'm in Georgia.
Georgia. Very good. And your aunt also lived in the South?
Yes, in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So it was her and her boyfriend that were
Okay,
both.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just don't tell me too much information.
Okay,
Let me, you can fill in the gaps. I just want to make sure everything I'm coming at, especially because you said it was a cold case. So I want to, okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm getting, and then we're going to talk about what you can confirm. There's some shady dealings around Cheryl. Whether she did the shady dealings or not, it was around her. Either she hung out with people that did shady dealings or she did them herself. I'm feeling it was the people she hung out with. And I'm hearing retaliation. There was some retaliation. She definitely knew the person that took her off this planet. Okay, so hold on. Is the person that took you off this planet, are they also in spirit? They are not. They are still alive. So, okay. Because there's a man with her, and I was about to say, oh, this was domestic violence, but that's not it. Did you know that she was involved in some shady dealings, Shay?
No.
Did you know that her boyfriend was?
Well, no, we didn't know that.
Did you ever suspect it?
No, I actually don't know him that well, but everyone said he was a great guy.
Mm-hmm. Drug dealers can be great people. They just, they want to make some money. They want to, he had a habit that he was trying to support. And I know that sometimes.
Sorry, can I ask you about this other person this guy
Yes.
that you said you saw?
Yes.
It's so it was a double homicide.
Okay.
So her boyfriend was also killed.
Uh-huh. And he is the one who I'm seeing the shady dealings around.
Okay.
He is the one who was like your sister. They're showing me your sister or cousin. No, your aunt. Yeah, that's who it was. Your aunt just got caught up in the periphery of his shenanigans, is what I'm hearing. This guy lived like and I know this is hard, especially for someone like you just hear certain things. And I guess I don't think anything about it because I deal with people like this so much and I see how people live double lives. Like you would be amazed at the people I see walking this planet that are not who you think they are. This guy is not. He was very charming. He was very sweet. He was very giving. He seemed to be mild-mannered. I don't know if you know anything about him or if people have said that was his personality. Have you heard his personality?
Yeah, he was calm, and they were all praised because he was a retired firefighter. She was a retired nurse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are they ever?
Did you know that there was things taken from the house? Did that?
So the whole deal was everyone thought they were robbed because he had $15,000 in a safe
Mm-hmm.
in their house. And I think a TV was taken, and I know that they never got the $15,000.
Now, did your aunt and uncle, well, I'm going to call him your uncle. I know it was her boyfriend. But did they have weapons in the house, like firearms? They're showing me a firearm.
Yes, he had lots of them, and it was messed up because
Mm-hmm.
it was like during the daytime, but the evening time when the people came into their house, and he had guns everywhere, but he didn't have a gun on him at that second.
Yes. They're also showing me there was, hold on, how many? Is there one? Two. Two weapons were taken. Two weapons were stolen, along with the.
Okay, I didn't know that. And I know that I can't really say a lot about this because the police have an idea
Who did it?
who did it, but they even found it was supposed to be, it might have been like a group of people. They're supposed to be and a lot of them were minors.
There is more than one person involved, and I'm hearing a D name. So I don't know if you know, Sissy on here. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments and someone said it is Family Spill the Tea Day. I know, we're getting some stuff going on here. So I don't know if you know who their prime suspect is, but I'm hearing a D name. Do you know
If
who
you
it
hold
is?
on just
Yes, we want to hold because we want to know. Okay, y'all just hold for a second. She's going to look. She's going to go do some digging because we getting the tea today. Mm-hmm. Also, there's some DNA left behind. I don't
You
know
have
if
a
they know
class
that.
coming.
What's that?
You have a class coming.
A class?
While we're in a holding.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So for everyone who's interested in navigating this world in a more intuitive manner, I do have a class coming up February 11th. It's Intro to Psychic Mediumship. And that class is not necessarily for people who just want to be psychic mediums. It is for people who just want to understand what it means when you're, getting a massage, then all of a sudden you see your Aunt Betty up here. Or you're driving down the street and you all of a sudden you're thinking about your cousin, whoever. For those of you who are just joining, we're waiting for Shay to confirm some information. I brought up her aunt who was taken off this planet violently along with her boyfriend. So I just confirmed that there was, a robbery in the house, which Shay did say, yes, that is accurate. I also said there was a lot of weapons in the house, and Shay said, yes, there was. I said 2 of those weapons were taken. She could not confirm that. She does not know that the weapons were taken. But I was just asking her if, okay, here she is back. What you got? Oh, she paused again. Oh, what you got, Shay?
I'm trying to ask my sister. She knows. So,
But she hasn't gotten back to you.
did they show you how they died?
Okay, so they're walking me down a path, and first of all, I'm feeling I'm hit. So there were a lot of blows here. Did you know that they were hit on beat?
I didn't know that until a few months ago when I started working with the sheriff's wife. And she was we were trying to figure out who each other were. And I told her, I was like, that was my aunt that got murdered. And she was like, oh. She was like, they got beat bad before they were killed. And I'm like, just in awe. I'm like,
Right.
really? You just are going to just tell me that right now like that?
Okay, so for those of you watching, she asked me, so the spirits are taking me down a path. So the first thing they're showing me is just getting beat. And Shay did just confirm that. And that's not something she even knew until a couple of months ago. Because I'm seeing that is, anyway, I won't tell you how I knew that. Okay, let me see. I'm just with them now. They're taking me.
They were in their 70s.
Yes. They're showing me a gun.
Yeah.
So that tells me they were shot.
Yeah, we sure were.
She is saying that. Okay, so they're still taking me back to and there's no blame here. They're taking me back to the boyfriend, and he's running his mouth. So somehow, people knew that they had money in the house and that there was weapons in the house. And they're still showing me 2 of those weapons were taken.
Okay, well, I'll mention that to my cousin, which is her daughter, because I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, let me make sure. Was there weapon? Yes. 2 weapons taken. Yes. 3. No. So I was just sitting with it, like asking her, and she was hitting me. Yes, 1. Yes, 2. No to 3. So there was 2 weapons taken. She must have been getting
Yeah, she must be getting it.
She must be getting it.
Sister.
So did your sister get back to you, Shay?
Yeah, so the one we were thinking of, it started with a B, actually.
So now for those of you watching, I said D, right? So I was sitting with it. I'm like, okay, D, B. Did I get it wrong? So I go back to the spirit. Okay, so was it actually, is B involved? Yes, B is involved. Is there also a D? There is also a D. Like the second, psychic mediums can be wrong. They can get the information incorrect. So any good psychic medium is going to go back and be like, okay, did I get it wrong? What are we seeing here? So with this B name, I'm feeling, yeah. But this D name is the one that I'm feeling like D. That is an issue. So it can be the first name or the last name, but there is a D name associated with here with this crime that I don't know if they were the ringleader, but they're making sure that I understand it was D.
So whenever they were questioning a minor that was in the youth detention center. They said he was about to confess, and then his guardians stepped in and stopped it. That he had a something that belonged to my aunt, and I was wondering if they would show you what that was.
Okay, so I will tell you right now, we're getting into so much detailed information that I won't continue this on the live, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I have already given you so much information. And it's not about me minding giving you information. It's just about the sensitivity of this information that I am now reading to you live and how many people are hearing and seeing it. Does that make sense?
Yes, you've done an amazing job.
But, I'm not saying that. It's not about that. It's just about, it's very sensitive when you get into the ins and outs of mediumship and when you're working an open case.
Yes.
I do want to give your spirits a lot of confirmation that, like your spirits gave you a lot of confirmation. They were able to confirm a lot of things you already knew.
Yes.
And then gave you extra information. Now, your aunt is also showing me real quick. I was trying to let her go, and she's throwing jewelry at me. She's throwing jewelry. So there was some jewelry taken. I don't know if y'all recognize that.
Yes. It was a watch.
It was more than just a watch. It was, I mean, yes, I can see that, but it was more than a watch taken. There was other things taken on top of that. But I do want to give her, I keep calling him your uncle. I know he wasn't your uncle, but your aunt and uncle, kudos for stepping up, and they did a really good job with their information.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So now I want to say this for Shay and anyone watching. Now I said that she said, well, no, the person, there's a B name. Yes, they were showing this B name, but they were still, and I went back to them. I said, did I mistake this D for a B? And they said, no. Your uncle did a very good job. I know it's but he drew a D in my clairvoyance to make sure I understood, no, there is this D. Now, what we do here, I let spirits drop in synchronicities to you. I want them to confirm to you that there is a D name out there associated with this that is very prevalent. Now, how they do that is you will all of a sudden see D's sticking out to you in a way they haven't before. Maybe you pop on, you see a meme and there's a big D on it, or you look at a billboard and there's a big D on it. I'm going to leave it up to spirit to confirm to you this D situation.
Yeah, because what we have heard was there was like 5 people. So one of them could very likely be that B.
Was there more than 5? You're right. I'm getting 5. So that's the way synchronicities work. And please message me, like when you see the D or you get the D, message me or very much, kind of, or message, or, put on one of my videos on TikTok or something, because we want to know.
Yeah. Well, is there anything that I could do or tell the police that would help? Or you might not want to talk about that.
What they're showing me is the weapons. There is 2 weapons missing. So the second you said that, there is weapons missing. There is like money, but when they showed me the money, they flew through the money up in the air. Like the money is whatever. They're not going to be able to really, how can you trace that? But they're showing me weapons, and they're showing me some very specific jewelry that your aunt had that is in the possession of some of these people. Also, there is one of these, out of the 5, there is one that's the weakest link. It means that there's one of them that actually has a conscious about him. And if he's pressured enough or asked enough, I won't say pressured, if he's asked enough, he will cave, because he does feel extremely guilty over it, like he is haunted by it.
Well, good. That's what we're praying for every day, is that someone's conscious will eat them alive and they'll come forward or they'll tell somebody. And actually the way that all of that came about, even knowing about those people, is because there was a girl, and apparently two of her brothers were involved. And she was dying of cancer as a teenager. And she, right before she died, she told her boyfriend that her two brothers were involved. And he's the one that went to the police. And if it wasn't for that, we would still have no leads.
Hmm. And that's the way this is going to be closed up. Someone else's conscience is going to get the best of them. Thank you,
Thank you so
Shay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Wow. Didn't expect that now, did we? We are spilling the tea today. I want to thank everyone who is now joining me on this live. If you haven't done so, please click the follow button because we are getting in it today. I know, right? We're getting the tea. And Cheryl did a really good job. I mean, thank you, Shay Shay. She's like, thank you, you're legit. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Jess. That was a lot. It was a lot, sissy. But you would be amazed. I get a lot like this frequently. Like, it doesn't typically come up on lives, but it happens a lot in my, in the one-on-ones. Like, the tea comes out. Okay, let's see if we can switch gears a little bit. There is a gentleman stepping up. Instantly, I know that he has a very funny personality because he's stepping up and he's laughing like, man, I don't know if I can follow that. Like, that was a lot. I don't know. I don't have anything like that. So this gentleman has a dad energy to him. He's letting me know he was tall. He was about 6 foot, 6'1", somewhere in there. He was lanky. He was a lanky guy. I want to thank everyone who is joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please click that follow button. I get notified, I notify you when I go live and things like that. And today, I want to thank the spirits, man. They've done a good job. This gentleman is letting me know that towards the end of his life, he kind of humped over. He didn't have the dowager's hump because he was a guy, but he definitely had a cane. And this was towards the end of his life. He had a cane and he was kind of humped over. During his heyday when he was younger, he loved to read the newspaper. And he would read this newspaper from cover to cover. He had shown me that was his morning routine, not just on the weekends, but during the week. He would have his cup of coffee and be reading the paper. There is a W name around him, like Wayne or Walter, but I'm hearing this W-A name around him. He had cancer. As he got older, he had cancer. He is showing me that he was a man of huge integrity. And he was very good about fitting in anywhere. Like, I don't know if this gentleman ever felt out of place. I'm sure he did. We all felt out of place at some point in our lives. But he is showing me that he just had such a self-awareness that he felt comfortable everywhere he went. Okay. Okay, that could be okay. We might be with Brittany here. I'm saying that okay. So the descriptions I gave so far, and it looks like Brittany's claiming him, that it was a dad energy. He was about 6 foot, 6'1". Oh, she's saying he was 6'4". Towards the end of his life, he was bent over. I said, I'm hearing this W-A name like Wayne or Walter. Brittany is taking all of it and even saying that her dad's name was Wayne. So I think we're hit with Miss Brittany here. Even got the name right. Hi, Brittany. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. So your dad did a good job. He even got his name to me.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if it was Wayne or Walter, but I was definitely seeing that W-A. So, wait, have you recently been cooking and burned something? Who around you has recently been cooking and burned something?
Oh, I burn everything.
Okay, very good. All of a sudden, something just happened in my house. I was smelling something. I was like, oh, no, that's not an accident. No, he's referencing. I thought it was you that had recently burned something, but Brittany says she burns everything. So when spirits step up and talk about things, I didn't know that Brittany burns everything. It's a sign that they're around you. And he's kind of laughing about it. Your dad is also showing me he was a man of strong integrity. His word was his bond. Like if he said something, that's the way it was going to be.
Yeah, he always said a man is only as good as his word.
Very good. Absolutely. So he was, again, confirming who I have. So not only did he confirm before Brittany got on this screen, he is now confirming further that I have her dad. Now, Brittany, were you the one on here? Because I know it was a Brittany. Were you the one that was talking about the sickness going through their house?
No.
Okay, it was a different Brittany?
Yes.
Okay. I was just going to tell you how sorry I was for that if it was you. Your dad is showing me 2024 was just a holding pattern for you. I don't know if you felt that, like you were a little frustrated, feeling stuck, and you felt like you were just kind of in this holding pattern. Did you recognize that about last year?
Yes, I've been working on going back to work.
Mm-hmm. 2025 is going to be a phenomenal kickoff year for you. It's going to start off slow. You're still going to feel like you're stuck for the first quarter of this year. I don't see things really picking up for you until around, I want to say April timeframe, give or take a little bit. But that's when you're going to start. And it starts off slow, like I feel the ball slowly rolling. But then towards the end of the year, I see your life really coming full circle. I see you with a big smile on your face. You are really hitting a good stride. I do see you exhausted, but that's the life of a working mom, right? Your dad is also saying don't sweat the small stuff. And he is showing me that sometimes you can get I wouldn't say bent out of shape, but you worry about the little things, like if there is, not literally, but dust in the corner and sometimes you'll focus on this little, he's saying that you won't talk about the elephant in the room, so that you will focus on the smaller stuff so you don't have to address the bigger stuff. Do you know that to be true?
Yes.
Now, when spirits talk about, I want for everyone listening, if you haven't done so, please click that follow button. I go live quite a bit. Spirit's not judging. They're giving an awareness of how Brittany is. We all navigate this world in different manners. And so the fact that her dad is talking about how Brittany navigates this world is not a judgment. It is, I understand you. I am here with you. I see you. I am with you and I support you. He's also surrounding her in this beautiful love. And he is saying that someone has been in your ear telling you that you need to do something different. Have you been feeling judged or like someone's been trying to tell you to do something different?
Well, I really want to go to law school. That's always been my,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, you don't need to go to school anymore. You already have so many, a college degree. Just get a job. And
Brittany, I don't ever necessarily, when I, like, spirits will make me feel things. I don't, and even in my everyday life, rarely do I just feel angry. The second you said that, I felt incredible anger. And I thought, why am I feeling angry? I never feel angry like this. It was your dad. And he was stomping his foot. And he's like, who the hell are they to tell you what to do?
yeah,
It's not their life. It's your life.
right.
So you need to do what you feel like is right for you. So now let's break this down. When you sit with it, you sit with, I want you to drop into your body. I want you to feel your body. What do you have peace with? I want you to envision law school. And I don't want you to envision just the law school itself. I want you to envision the end of it, because I'm sure law school is not pleasant. I can imagine it's fun. I want you to envision the end goal, and you're walking across with that diploma, like your law degree. How do you feel?
I feel like a sense of relief. It's just been kind of hanging over my head because I got my master's instead of going to law school because my job gave me a raise for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been like kind of this nagging thing in the back of my mind. Like, I need to do this. Like, I feel like I have to do it. Like,
Okay. So now I want you to think about, put the law school out of your mind, and I want you to think about just going back to work. And I want you to envision yourself a couple of years down the road, and you have been successful at work, and you're sitting behind a desk, and you've gotten a promotion. How do you feel?
I just feel kind of empty.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's no self-fulfillment in that
Right.
for me.
Right. So that is how we answer questions for ourselves and what is right for us. So, it's still free will. You still have to do what is right for you. There is no right or wrong, but you are envisioning yourself a few years down the road, even though you've been successful. Like I put you in an opportunity in your job where you were being successful, you'd gotten promotions and raises, and you feel empty.
I did have a question.
I have answers.
Okay. So my mom found my dad had passed away while she was gone that day, and he was a veteran. He had an aide coming in, and he had noticed he had been really sleepy a lot towards the end. And anyway, she come to find out she had stole some firearms and things from him, and we think he was poisoning, or she was poisoning his coffee or something to make him sleepy. I was just wondering if she was doing something.
Okay, so I have to give my disclaimer that I'm tapping into your dad, and I am a psychic medium. You just have to use what I say as a tool in your toolbox. And all psychic mediums can be wrong. As you're talking about my dad had an aide come in, I saw a white tablet being ground up.
Oh, I'm getting the chills.
And turned into powder. So now what threw me is poisoning. Now, was this poison? I feel like it was a medication. So I guess if you use any medication inappropriately, it can be considered poison. But it wasn't. When I think of poison, just because of what I do, and you can tell from the person that was on here before you, the kind of things I encounter. So when I hear poison, I think of things that are not meant to be consumed in the human body.
Yeah, his doctor had thought that she was maybe giving him some type of sleeping pill so she could steal the firearms and the cash he had.
I'm seeing a white tablet that is tiny, and it has a striation in the middle. Like this is a tablet. You know how a tablet can be broken in half? It will have kind of like an indent in it.
Yes.
That's what I'm seeing. He's showing me a little white round tablet with a striation in the middle. Like whatever tablet it is does have the ability to be cut in half. Is that Ambien? I've never taken sleeping tablets, so I don't know what they are. I like the names of any of them. And I wasn't sure if it was Ambien or if your dad was showing me that to signify a sleeping tablet, because that's the only one I know anything about just because I've had friends take it. So honestly, I will tell you right now, I'm not sure if he was showing me this Ambien because that's what she was giving him, or if it was just a representation of a sleeping tablet. But round white with a little thing in the middle. And he is saying, girl, he's being funny. Your dad is saying that you are crazy smart. What the hell are you doing listening to other people?
Yeah. He always wanted me to be a prosecuting attorney.
That's why he is like pushing with this law degree. All right. Thank you, Miss Brittany.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, everyone. I am due over on YouTube. So if anyone wants to, they give it to hospice patients too. Ativan. Was it Ativan? It is not Ativan. It's not Ambien. Ambien doesn't look like that. My moderator just looked it up. It's not Ativan.
I mean, there are small white ones.
And my moderator just looked it up, so it's not Ambien because he is saying it's not small and white. All right. Man, spirits were in it today. Okay, I'm going to head over to YouTube. I was due there a few minutes ago. It will take me probably a couple of minutes to get up on YouTube and get it going because YouTube is not as easy to go live on like TikTok. With TikTok, you can just press a button and go. YouTube isn't quite that easy just because I interact with people. If I wanted to just go live and have y'all listen to me, yes, you can do that just as easily. But because I like y'all to interact with me, I have to do it differently. So I will see you there in just a couple of moments. Thank y'all for joining me today.